Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would run the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing now is Lance. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Lance looking to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. And his throw here is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done, and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On their own side
of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
He's ready today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And some room for him there as he'll take this out to about the 15. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now 2nd and 5. And Lance now to throw. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Shotgun now for Lance. That's going to be caught by Judy. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people.
From the 31, here's second down and 3. Now Lance. Right, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. The second back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing
under pressure again, and down he goes again. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
We'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to try back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. The Lance going to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught. It's close. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. A drive there in just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On the move to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
There he goes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more, what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
The 2nd down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason.
These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 5. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Lance now on 1st down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 39 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the run is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense.
This is caught inside the 15. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Lance looks to throw again. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports
We begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Miles Sanders, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. In that first half, we were treated to a stellar performance by quarterback Trey Lance. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
This fielded right at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Pollard will take it up the gut. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and a couple. And now they'll throw with Lance. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. Quick slant to Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Swift. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the 2-yard keeper, and the Eagles get a bit closer. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down, and he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And Lance's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Swift going to try up the middle, pushing through the contact. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
But that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On third down, it's Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And the defense closes quickly there, and we'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Yeah, fun. Now, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running right, it's Pollard.
Able to avoid him at the 40. Avoids the tackler, and now some space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
135 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Trey Lance,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And an Eagle first down.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 45 yards.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game. Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Pollard again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll run with Pollard. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Dallas. It's the Panthers and the Cowboys on Sunday night primetime.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Young. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Panthers.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up the 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, Lance's this throw brought in here by Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Run for Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have struck first in this NFC title game. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to run in there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Jack Fox out to beat here on 4th down. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet, a little rubber pellet shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Lamb will go in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll run. Here's Pollard. Nifty move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down at 7. Working from the gun, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On first down, Lance. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 5. 68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point...
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive by time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On third down, Carmichael. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. First down, Young. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Carmichael, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They need 12 here. It's third down. To throw, Young. Now we're behind his man, incomplete. The passing game not in
sink here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Lance's throw taken in there by Cooks. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Derek Brown able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Lance. That's going to be caught by Judy. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian, open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
Well, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Pollard going to try the right side. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That'll give them 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
Open May completes it to Judy. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's got some space here. Now the Panthers Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is no good. He missed it. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now a first down throw for Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there in second down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now here's Young. This is Smith to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Here's Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To the air once more, Young. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
And Young's throw there incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That throw by Young incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Young. Throw right side here going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. That'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Throw out left, caught by Mayer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Henry.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 96 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's Lance.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it with it in an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time. Trying the power game with Ham. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. A first down throw for Young. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9.
Young will set to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yards on the punt there, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance.
Flush to his right.
Down the right
right sideline. And down to the 29-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. There he goes left side. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 8. Young now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Young off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Lance. To the left side, there's Mayer. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of 40. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Lance's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. From the 38 now, here's second and 6. One quarter remains for the right to go on. Back now in Arlington.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have a Cowboys first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. Oh, he bowls over. And down inside the 15 he goes. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
This is caught. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost up.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. And Young's throw there incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Young thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 13-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On third down, Henry. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here now, 2nd and 4. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. That throw by Young incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards. And the Panther first down.
It's Young on 1st down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
To throw, Young. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here can really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Now Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
They'll be led out by the former #3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 35 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a second down and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they
got it inside the 10 at the 8. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl. They'll run here with Pacheco. Oh, a heck of a move. Man, that's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ethan Carter, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. A quick throw there is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars, and this ball was overthrown.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know to push off at the end of the route, too.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Mahomes now to throw.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here's Carter. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Open man right side is Tony.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Carter. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because of that pace, this type of efficiency. Oh, yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down, and it's Pollard again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lance. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Running right, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down by a good 3 yards as they convert on 4th and 5. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And it is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 43 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Mahomes now on first down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl,
and he lost the football. But And looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Carter. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And it's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop the throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And the gain here with the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 66 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kane. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Carter with it. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And first down there on a pickup of 25. And they'll run here with Carter. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Micah Parsons able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play.
An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the... And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
And you'd have to figure he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
78 yards rushing for him now. A big part of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lance. A short throw, and that's held in by Mayer.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Pollard going to try the right side. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. The give to the fullback on the dive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw right side complete to Carter. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And again, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll get that one to Carter complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Lance. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Still shedding tackles. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.